Self-forgiveness is absolutely necessary for taking accountability. Hi, everyone. It's Vivek Patel here from Meaningful Ideas, and I want to talk about self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is so important in the process of taking accountability. Those two things are linked, but we don't usually think of them as linked. But the thing is, for me to take accountability, if I'm filled with shame, if I feel blame, if I feel bad about myself, then my focus is on me and my feelings. I'm not really able to focus on the impact I've had on the other person, only as much as I wanted to ease my feeling of pain. So if I forgive myself first, if I think, okay, Vivek, you're human, you made a mistake, you could have done that a lot better, let's learn from it so that next time you do less of that and hopefully hurt people less and you learn from it. My life has been a series of reflected on mistakes, crawling through the mud, trying to figure things out. That's how I learned everything that I know. And that's pretty much what life is a lot of the time, right? And so, but if I get mired down in shame, if we can't see past our mistakes, but we get stuck in them, then we can't really learn from them. And we can't take real accountability for them, because what is accountability? Accountability is when we care about our impact on the other person, and then we face our impact on the other person. No defensiveness, no shields necessary. This is what happened. And that's really healing. I recently went through healing a relationship that got kind of split for a while, for like 3 years. And then the two of us came back together and really listened to each other that way, with no wrongness. We weren't projecting wrongness or receiving it with wrongness, but really vulnerable and pain, And it's interesting because when you're not filled with shame, when you forgive yourself, you can actually feel the pain, the grief. You can feel those things more because they're safer to feel them, because you know blame's not going to be attached to it. And so there's so many benefits to not having blame, right? Not having shame as part of it. That's why self-forgiveness is the key to taking accountability, because once you forgive yourself, then you can start to really look at what it is. When we have forgiven ourselves, then we can have the courage to really face ourselves. And when we can face ourselves, just today I was thinking, it was funny, I was meditating and I was going, face yourself, Vivek, face yourself, face yourself. And I was trying to really face myself. And it's a practice that we can really do. But it's hard when you're filled with wrongness. So when you take away wrongness, then you can take real responsibility. You can really look at yourself. And the beautiful thing about that is you model that for your kids. So when they come to you, that's why I'm obsessive about no wrongness. When your kids come to you, like the forgiveness is pre-installed. They don't even have to think about it. It's not even forgiveness for them. They know that they're going to land in a soft place. Whatever their mistake is, they can come to you and you're going to have no judgment, no wrongness. You're not going to tell them it's wrong. That's part of non-coercive collaborative parenting. I know it's different from what you get out in the mainstream, that you have to tell them it's wrong, or how will they know? Well, we know. We all have an intuitive sense, and we can learn about that together. But not through wrongness, through connection, through caring about our impact. And wrongness doesn't make us care. It pulls us inward towards ourselves, not actually outward towards thinking about the other person and feeling my connection. With our kid, because she was so deeply humanized, she's treated with so much respect. I mean, we weren't perfect, but we tried hard over and over again. Every mistake, we would try and learn from it. And we tried to honor her in so many ways, And people were kind of freaked out by how much we followed her direction on things. But to this day now, she feels this sense of deep respect. But not only that, she wants to offer that same respect to other people. She sees other people as deeply human because she was deeply humanized. When we punish kids, we dehumanize them. When we impose limits on them, we dehumanize them. And when we tell them they're wrong and we go through wrongness, we're dehumanizing them. We're judging. We're the judge. We decide who's wrong. So then how do they figure it out on their own? Where's their mechanism for figuring it out if we tell them it's wrong? No, it doesn't help them. What helps them, because that one isolated incident, you can say that's wrong, but what's the principle? Where do they find the principle that's going to guide them throughout their lives as a conscience? We don't think about that usually. How do you help a kid develop their own inner ethical sense, their own guidance? For me, that was like one of the number one priorities. That's why forgiveness is so important. That's why with my kid, the forgiveness was pre-installed. She never had to worry, right? As soon as your kid has to worry, as soon as they think they might get in trouble, no matter what it is, as soon as they think that, we have some changes to do. You have some changes to do in your parenting and in your relationship with yourself so that you can release it from how you treat yourself and then you can release it to how you do it with your kids. That's why no wrongness is at the center of it. So self-forgiveness and no wrongness and accountability all tied together. I don't know, you have to kind of like figure out how that works for you, because it's changing old patterns and doing things in a very different way. And so you might have to do some letting go, and that's difficult, but that's the non-coercive collaborative parenting philosophy. It doesn't mean you have to do that. You can do whatever you want, of course. But if you want to learn more about this, please check out my free course called Guiding Without Controlling, which you could find at meaningfulideas.com. And also follow me on all the spaces at Meaningful Ideas to see more of my videos and read my writing, especially on Facebook, lots of writing before all these videos. And there's so much information that you can really dig into the mindset, and I hope that helps you all. Peace out, everyone.